This program management PgMP success journey is very amazing. Now, why it is amazing? This success journey is the testimony on our system. This success journey is the testimony that when I say that we are the best in the world, that is the true thing. Now, why is that? I remember Anas contacted me. Exactly when did you contact me, Anas? 11th?
2 months. Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
11th.
11th
I
of
think
June. Yeah,
two two
yeah.
months ago. Yeah,
So 2 months
that's
ago, he contacted me and he shared that he was following me. I want to do PGMP and my exam is booked. I asked him, okay, when is your exam booked? And he told me 30th of September, right, Anas?
yeah, 30th of September. Yeah.
I said that we schedule it. And a very amazing thing happened. Anas said that, but I don't want to move further. And I told him, I guess you misunderstand me. We are not going to make it further. We are going to make it behind. Like probably you we will be rescheduling it
Preponed it. Yeah,
within
preponed.
2 months. Yeah. And he was like laughing, just like he's laughing. I said, "Sir, what are you talking about? We haven't even started. You haven't even checked. And you are saying that you will be." Yes. I said, yes. You just shared with me how much time you can give. And yeah, for sure you can do in 2 months. But okay, the disbelief, the disbelief started in our one-to-one mentor program. And I guess Mr. Sami, he and Fahad joined on the same day. Something was like that, na? Two people joined
Yes,
on.
correct. On 13, 12, 12 and 13th of June, both
Yes.
were 1-to-1.
Fahad, I'm gonna talk you after this. Fahad just joined it. He is
Mr. Fahad joined on 30th of June and Anas joined on 12th of June.
yeah. So like my memory still works. Like so we started working into it. I told Mr. Sami that I have given him that commitment. And like always, Mr. Sami said, for sure, he will be clearing it before 1 month. This is the like proof of our commitment, our team, that yes, we know that we can get it done. And with very happiness, I can tell it. What I said, we exactly delivered. A month before, when he did it, when he was scheduled to give exam, he is today certified program management, program manager. And it's not just that he is PGMP, program management professional. I just want to show you everybody something. And being said that exam is very difficult nowadays, above target, above target, above target, above target, above target. You cannot get more than that. That is all above target. So Anas and Mr. Abdurrahim, congratulations on this achievement. First of all, Mr. Abdurrahim, thank you very much for maintaining 100% success record, right? And now, what is the number of Anas in the PGMP list? What is the number? Because I'm gonna track from
47.
47.
40s.
47.
Asad, Fahad, you are listening now? 47. I need three more people to half century. Mr. Sami, why don't you share his success journey? Then I'll go with Anas.
Yeah, first of all, heartiest congratulations to Mr. Anas. As we said that we
Thank you,
started to
sir.
work with him, and then we had the coaching startup. We did a startup, and then he was consistent. He followed the roadmap. In between, I would say that he has a very busy schedule. He is based in UK, so he has been traveling to site, coming to London office, again traveling to his home. So he had a very busy schedule. But one thing I really appreciate that he was consistent, and every day, even he was doing for half an hour, but he was giving the time. And the other curious thing about that, if he had any question, he was immediately asking me. He was sending me the message on the WhatsApp. Luckily, he is one of the only few student who he and I have the same time zone. So whenever he was sending the message, immediately I was sending him the reply, and I think that really helped. And he attended the coaching calls. He was really following up all the conversations that were going on as per the latest exam content. So that is the startup point for Mr. Anas. Well
Hmm,
done.
okay. Anas,
Thank you so
why
much,
don't
sir.
you share it from your side, your entire journey? Go as much detail as you want. We have open schedule for you. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, sir, for this opportunity, for having given me to share my to share my successful journey. First and foremost, my whole success on PGMP, I owe it to you guys. You guys are real heroes in this accomplishment. I am just I'm just a commoner, a facilitator. I just went there. I wrote the exam, but to do something, there should always be a backing sort of a thing, like someone to give you the kind of the confidence, someone to guide you the right way, right time, to give you the right instructions, to give you the right words, to give you the right the right prerequisite things or the requirements, I would say. So I always had that from us as Mr. Sami, and all the kind of the backup from you, Mr. Amir. Well, uh, it was well this sort of a thought actually came to me. When I was doing my PMP, I used to always follow you, Amir sir, on the kind of the the kind of the videos, the kind of your points and everything, and I wanted to do some sort of a course or a kind of a certification with you to know the kind of your teaching style and everything. And I was actually thinking, what next after PMP? So eventually, even my job, it involves the technical, the kind of the technicalities, the project management, and everything. But then to push yourself forward, you'll have to do something in such a way that to prove to your higher management that well, you're worth it. And then came to me the so-called the certification PGMP, after having after having watched many of your inspirational videos and everything, Mr. Amir. So, and that's how I thought, okay, fine, I'll give it a shot, give you a call, and have a discussion with you on PGMP. And then I messaged you. You replied me with very prompt action, and you connected me to Mr. Sami. You said, like I told you, like I've done my application, everything from my side, since I've been like looking I was looking at actually in the beginning for a while, and then you told me, Anas, yeah, we can do the certification, we can do all sort of training and everything for you. And I was like, Amir sir, like my aim is that well, June, at least by September end, I would like to be certified on PGMP. And you said, why? I mean, your application is already approved. Then why do you want to go? Why do you want to go so far? So I was like, sir, but how? I mean, I I have no idea about the eco or the the kind of the context or any of the kind of the question, the methods or anything. So he said no. Once your application or everything is approved, and once you are in my zone, or once you are in my training academic class as well, you don't have to go that far, because we have resources, very good quality resources, in such a way that we can get you there. Just one thing, trust us, and give all your time, and I mean, give your well, utilize your time rather than quantity time. Please do quality time, even if it's half an hour. Well, give it your half an hour, or keep your mind and everything into it. And well, then, yeah, uh, that was the inspiration from your side. And then I happened to meet Sami sir. Well, first and foremost, one good thing, sirs, both of you, I'll have to say, is you guys are truly transparent. Like you guys share everything in terms of the kind of the resources, even at the right time and everything. I mean, even so everything is open, like you want us also to come into that the thinking, or analytical thinking and everything, that that yeah, you are ready, or you are very serious about this certification, PGMP, which is definitely not a simple or a easy certification, unlike others. So Sami sir did share me all the videos. He did arrange me the I still remember the very first day he was about to travel to his home country on behalf of Eid. he stayed. He stayed. He made the roadmap for me, and then he gave me a call. Anas, well, I'm traveling today, but don't worry, I'm there with you. He gave me a call, and he said, Anas, just stay with me. We can do the call explaining the roadmap, and we can do a chapter also. He gave me a overall overview of all the domains: life cycle management, governance, strategic alignment, benefit management, and everything. So well, that eventually, that was, well, I understood like what that was trying to, distill my confidence inside me, to get a overview picture of what is the exam, and what, how are things interlinked, and thing yeah interlinked, and things dependent of the other domains and things. uh, yeah, and he made me very comfortable. We had coaching calls. I had very good follow up from him. Whenever I think of the word sustainment, well, it really applies to you, because it is equivalent to follow process. And you always tell me, Anas, keyword. Sami sir. So, well, yeah, and that was great. And I never knew how the time went so fast, because I was just following your roadmap and the plan that you said. Yeah, and I'm there as how you have promised to me. Thank you, Amir sir. Thank you, Amir sir, and thank you, Sami sir,
Thank you. Thank
for
you.
all support. Yeah,
Thank you very much for saying that.
sure.
Mr. Kami, can you walk through us basically how his preparations were? How much time he was spending? How many classes? Now, for you, what basically I'm trying to say, let's say somebody is joining the program, and we get every week, every month, multiple curious people failed in the exam. People took the training, and now that is the biggest source. People took the training, they never filled the application. Okay, and then people who are starting from zero. I want you first take his case study and then tell me in the entire detail how much for all three categories, how much time it will take, what we are doing for them, and how they can become program manager. And then I will come back to you. Mr. Sami, please. Mr. Sami, please.
Yes, so starting with the real thing, how important are the coaching calls that we are having with the students, and uh, what about the follow-ups, that how it keeps you on track. So firstly, about the relevancy of the coaching calls, understanding the concepts, and then later on we will go for the detailed exam later on.
Okay, okay, go ahead. So how important that was? How important?
Okay, so coming back to the question of Mr. Amir, so case one, like we have Mr. Anas with us, whose application was passed, and then we have to only prepare for the exam. For that, I think 2 months are more than enough. But the key point is that we have to start from the basics. In my view, it doesn't help if you directly jump to the mocks. Even these are the ATP mocks. Still, you cannot understand the concepts. Number one, because there is nothing that you can remember the questions and then you can pass the exam unless you don't have the concepts, especially of overlapping the multiple domains that we will ask Mr. Anas, and also the feedback we have from the students in which domain you are working, in which phase you are working. For that, I think 2 months must be given the time to have the concepts to really worth the certification you can actually utilize in your practical life. Regarding case 2, if you have taken the training from anybody else or you had been doing self study and you fail the exam. So currently we don't have such case from our own students up to this moment who has suffered this problem, but we do have two students who came with us. But for them, what we did, it took us around same 1.5 to 2 months. The advantage was they had some basic concepts with them, but these were not aligned with the updated exam content outline. So for them again, we have to take back to the basics. We have to I took them back to the chapter wise questions. Then we do the PDF mocks, and then we go do the simulator mocks. For them, it's a bit difficult to grasp the difference between what they had took the training before. But the positive thing from that is that they already knew why they failed. So at least after 2 weeks or 3 weeks of training, once they finish the chapter wise questions, they realize their mistakes. And the major mistakes or major drawback came that exam content outline was never clear to them, and that 72 tasks in the exam content outline is the foundation how the exam is coming in the on the exam day. And case number 3, like Mr. Amir, you asked that who have taken the trainings and not yet applied for the application. So I think for that students, at least you need to have 2.5 to 3 months, because once you write the application by yourself, it has to take minimum 2 to 3 weeks, because you cannot write the application as per the updated content unless you understand the complete program lifecycle. Then the second part is strategic alignment. Then the third part is leadership, in which you are talking about the stakeholders, and the fourth domain is governance. So in that case, same like we do with our own students, you have to write step by step, section by section, and then you can apply it. You can submit it. The procedure will take around 4 to 5 weeks, and in the meantime, you are preparing for the exam.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Sami.
Yeah, Mr. Amir, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing that. And these are some of the cases that we have been dealing and that are happening throughout the world. Okay, Anas, let's go with back
Yes.
to you. How important is coaching calls are, and especially the new coaching call which Mr. Sami started. Mr. Sami, how many days back? Like multiple coaching calls he is now he's doing, I guess, on daily basis, right? So how important those question answer sessions are for you, Anas?
Question answer sessions are very important in such a way, especially when you're reading the booklet, you will understand, okay, those there are keywords, there are things out of the, and then we have been to I have been told by Mr. Samisa like about the elimination technique and things. But most important thing, why did I eliminate it? The reasoning. The reasoning why did I eliminate it? Or the reasoning why am I selecting that option?
Hmm.
And one very good thing that I studied from, and I educated myself actually by seeing Samisa's videos, especially the mocks. Especially when you, this is, I'll align and tell you. Like, for example, when you read the booklet, when you get used to the keywords, when you read the question before reading the options itself, there should be a keyword. There should, a keyword should come to your mind. For example, as I said, a follow process, our mind should directly go. Samisa, sometimes when he, in his videos also, when you see, when he reads follow process, his mind, it automatically goes to benefit sustainment. When there is something called continuous improvement, it goes to Kaizen approach. So this thing, it did help me a lot also, like this sort of an approach. So one most important thing is you'll coaching calls are very important to know, especially for mock exams. It is very important to know the reason why we are selecting the option, the reason why we are eliminating that option. Especially in this exam, in some questions, we are able to eliminate two options easily, but two options, then there is a confusion actually. So at those cases, or in those cases, this the approach of the coaching calls or the questionnaire did help me a lot. And also, um, along with that, along with the coaching calls, there was a 4-hour comprehensive classes and all from Sami sir, and even that did help me a lot actually, especially if I want to have an overall view of all the chapters and things, like so especially in that comes like the master, the magic grid, the master sheet, the keywords, all the important points and everything. So once you have studied the whole thing, you get a comprehensive capsule form, like the whole booklet verbally. It's the 4 hour class. So yeah, so the coaching calls are very very important to any PGMP aspirant, and it did help me a lot.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
And how important the follow-up was.
Follow up, yes. Follow up is very important, Amir sir, because as I said, um, do every person, that is all professionals, be it engineering professional, any professional, I mean, we are busy with our duty schedules and things. But then it's very important that the motivation, the kind of the backing up, like Anas, you have an exam, where are you now? Let me know. And the thing is, even though one good thing about Sami sir is that even though a roadmap is built, he never tell like he's like he'll follow up on that. And if, for example, if I'm not able to finish one thing one day, for example, I'm on site one day, I'm not able to finish that portion that day. So he tells me, Anas, it's okay. He gives me a solution also. Anas, okay, it's okay. Tomorrow you do this thing, and then day after tomorrow we can do the other thing. He never pressurizes me. He was playing the role of a program manager, yeah, he was playing resource optimization, I would say. Yeah, he doesn't overpower me or put everything on my head or anything like that. So he was trying to simplify things for me. And his follow-up process and everything is very important, especially when you're towards the exam date and things. He will give you, even though we have a what do you call, a prior roadmap in the beginning of the course. Once the course is over, after studying everything, he will give you one more roadmap for revision only. So I suggest follow process. Revision is very very important in PGMP exam. And also revision means read, and then you should get used to the keywords. As I said, follow process, benefit sustainment, continuous improvement, case and approach, um, cost benefit analysis, business case, vision, mission, goals, objectives, charter. This thing is very important. You should be able to link to those, the words and the answers before even looking at the option. So this came from sir's approach. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Sami, now he talked about one, what he was saying. You had a roadmap, and then we worked to make a customized roadmap. Can you shine some light on that? How you were making a customized roadmap according to his record?
No, actually, one is the roadmap means to be a customized one, because if you just throw the videos and without the timelines, without the target lines, I think you cannot achieve anything. Even if you write that this is step one, step two, then you have to be ask the student what is his realistic schedule, put the dates there, and still if they don't able to follow that date, you have to give them a solution like uh, rightly said. And
Hmm.
based on, like, every day, if it's not consistent that you give 30 minutes, sometimes you are giving 1 hour, sometimes you are giving 2 hours, but every time, as you Mr. Amir say, one is greater than zero. There is a key point, I think, that keeps everybody motivated and in the loop of doing something every day.
Hmm. Okay. Like, what does one is greater than zero mean? Never give up. Let's keep working into that and let's work into that way. Okay. Anas, what was the
Yes.
length of the questions in the exam?
60% of the questions were three liner. Yeah, 2 to 3 liner, I would say. The 60% of the questions, almost 25% were four-liner questions. But important. Um, Amir sir, before me, um, the day before the exam, we had a call, and you told me, Anas, there will be questions. Read the last line, and uh, even though you mark some of the questions for review, when you come back, never come and don't take your extra effort to change it. If you feel that is right, then keep it as it is. Then the elimination technique, and then stick to basics. So yeah, so 60% of the questions 2 to 3 liner, 25% are 4 liner. But in this 4 liner also, there will be a story, and then there will be a question.
Mm.
uh, what should he do first?
What should he
First
do?
means, yeah, first means, of course, we all know, review or evaluate, rather than jumping to create something or to go and meet the project manager, go and meet the sponsor. So like that, as as rightly we studied during our course.
Okay. How many formula questions? How many?
Formula. Yes, sir. Formula questions, 4 questions. One was ROI. ROI thing, return minus cost by return into 100.
Mm-hmm.
In return, some is in return, they will say 3-year ROI, and then you have to multiply annual cost into 3. That
Mm.
will be the minus the cost by cost into 100. That was ROI. Um, so select the best option. Like there'll be 4 projects. Like yeah, similar. I think similar to our mocks, A, B, C, D. In the option, it was not A, B, C, D. That order was wrong. Samisa, you remember you told me, like you told us during the class, that check the
Yes, I told
options.
you.
Yes. But when I saw this thing, the first, yeah, this your phrase or your this thing came to my mind. So yeah, that was the option was not like A, B, C, D, like 1, 2, 3. That was jumbled up. The another problem question was BCR. BCR, which project? No, which program will you select? So that, I think, was revenue by total cost. That one. One, one, one question, Samisa. Um, we discussed in the mock definitive estimate. You remember, right?
Yes.
You have the
They
answer.
confuse you with everything.
You have the answer in the question, and it was the same value, 1.25, same value.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
and fourth question was this one, payback period. Payback period is that one, fixed investment by annual
Out of
cash
170, only 4 mathematical questions.
for
Right, Mr. Sami? You know the context I'm talking about. Only 4 mathematical questions. Okay.
yeah.
How important the booklet, those green background questions were for your exam?
Booklet is very important. Booklet is very, very, very important to understand the concept, to get you used with the keywords, very important keywords in all the domain chapters. In the booklet itself, you have a magic grid, which is, if you look I mean, no offense, I respect everyone. Our program management, our program management, yeah, that whole comprehensive textbook, when you look at that has been simplified into magic grid. And yes, some of the questions did come from the magic grid, and component cost estimate, that question, yeah. And many questions were there from final program report, and many questions, I think almost 4 questions, final program report. So lessons learned, successes, and failures. Then in the question itself, they will say reason for program closure. Then in the options,
Mhm.
that reason for program closure won't be there. Samisa, I
Mhm.
think you understood that thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Then so this booklet, guys, I'm telling you, this is a capsule form, and eventually I read this booklet the day before the exam twice. I Samisa told me, don't read this booklet after 7 p.m., but unfortunately the day before the exam I was working until 6 p.m. I had to come home. I wanted to read this. I read it within I think the whole thing within 2 hours. I finished it off. After reading it once the day before the exam, on the day, my train was at 5:45 a.m. I woke up at 2:30. I will not recommend this to anyone. Don't worry. I won't recommend this to anyone or something. But I just wanted to read, and I finished it within, I think, an hour or something. So you get used to the keywords. It's very important in understanding all the concept, because the whole exam is based up is truly conceptual. And apart, when you're comparing with the program management and project management is strictly towards a result, product, service. But all questions, almost all questions in the exam were based on value delivery, benefit. How is the organization going to benefit you from this program? There were also one overlapping question, as Sami sir, as you were saying, mainly between benefit management and strategic alignment. Like, you being a project manager, if you do this, how can you ensure the organization will benefit value, also aligning with that of the strategic goals and objectives? So this was the overlapping thing that I found in the
Okay.
so
Yes.
I think I took other points also, Amir sir, but very important that you will get, yeah, for the keywords, for all the concept, for the magic grid, and for the master sheet and everything. This booklet is very handy, and many questions didn't directly come, like, for collaboration. Many questions came scenario type. For example, a project manager is having an issue with one guy, but he has no issue with other guys.
Mm,
So as a program manager, how will you train, or what will you do?
mm,
So options are like training the project manager. Another confusing option is like support on mentoring him. So this is like, both are very in close alliance, like,
mm,
yeah. And other two options we can eliminate. Other two are like, informing this to the sponsor and then escalating.
mm,
Mm.
That is more like being a autocratic sort of a thing. No. Or the other one, that laces phrase thing that we studied in, that you
Mm.
yeah, we have it in agile. Yeah.
mm.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. 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 Anything else? You already shared a lot of the things. Anything else
Mm,
that you would like to share? How people should prepare for the exam so that that my purpose here is that they join the
mm,
program, they don't join the program. Once they watch this video, once they
mm,
basically look at this, they should become certified PGMP. Yes, the booklet is the key. My simulator is the key. Then, of
mm.
course, the most important thing, the customized roadmap, the follow-up, the coaching call is a non-negotiable. You have to have that. How important it was for you to master ECO, exam content outline.
Yes, exam content outline. I started taking this very seriously after once I started doing the green background questions. Like, for example, if you don't read the exam content outline from the booklet, you won't be able to solve all the questions from the green background,
Mm,
because green background, the basis of the green background is basically the echo thing.
yeah,
And especially, I have always felt when I'm doing the questions, I've always felt the questions are framed in such a way, it gives very importance to each keywords in that.
mm,
Um, the program deliverability, or benefit realization plan. Um, Keywords are, so to do the green background questions, you should be very thorough with all the echo. And especially if you get to see, there are 35, I think 36, 35 tasks in life cycle management also. I used to read every day each echo, like, whenever I study the chapter, I used to read echo. And then with that equally, you'll be able to solve the green background questions. Green background questions, if you're solving it alone, me as a professional, it was hard for me. I think it'll be hard for our aspiring aspiring PGMPs too. So, um, simple, guys, whoever is watching,
You don't
please.
get you don't get the green background question. We don't offer it
Uh,
even by the simulator. The green background questions are basically handcrafted by Mr. Rahim himself, right?
yes, yes,
So
because it gives
Yes. And
importance to
and also one
e-
thing,
yeah,
eco.
each,
And
yeah,
how,
each
and then
word.
whatever scenario comes in the exam, you can easily uh, uh, solve the questions. And
Yeah.
Mr. Anas, one last question from my side. The last day question that I gave to you, the blue background that I'm just recently developing and I'm discussing in the coaching calls, because in that thing this is based on the feedback like you students, that we got the information that they are overlapping the life cycle with the
Mhm.
other domains. How relevant were these questions for your exam of today?
Those questions are very, very, very important, and I have to say, questions were there from that from that shared paper. Um, uh, it is very important to go through all the 65 six no I think 100 questions from that paper,
The-
because
Currently are 100, but it will become 200 in next week.
please do please do, because
I'm still
it is
developing it.
it is super good actually. I would say, because
The tone is okay. The tone and the thing that we are now putting the domains together, is it relevant?
um, the scrum question, agile question, the scrum leads, that question
Hmm?
was there exact, it was there.
Okay.
Then you know, it's very important, guys, whoever is watching, I'll tell you, metrics means suddenly there are some things that Samas told me. Metrics, like, you go to benefit register or program progress benefit register. When it comes to milestones, like, you have to, you go through this thing, the roadmap. All these keywords you will get to know only from by doing this 100 or tomorrow's 200 questions. Trust me, guys, and it was super useful for me. And this is very important because in this question, there are questions like, especially in which phase, or in which time actually. There is a differentiation between
When?
that
When? When are you
yeah,
doing something?
when, yes, when are you doing something. So that also did come for the exam. mm, yeah, like, program direction, when it comes, your brain should automatically go, okay, business case, or like, the mission statement. So uh, like that, those things were very important. And also, there was something, yeah, when is risk management, when yeah which phase, or which phase is risk management plan, developed. So suddenly there will be an option like, risk management planning, and also there will be an option definition phase, but the answer is actually what definition, because planning comes under that. So the formulation and planning. So it's very important to go through all these questions, especially, I was able to this thing, due to my time schedules and things, I was able to go through this thing, these questions in the last minute only, because of my tight schedule and things. But I'm telling you, please go through. This will really help you in cracking the exam. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Mr. Mahmood, Fahad Mahmood, you have any questions, sir? And good to see you. Fahad sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, first of all,
Uh,
this guy started with you, and when you joined the program, I had very high inputs with Mr. Sami. I want that. You got my point, na?
yes, inshallah, sir. Inshallah.
Ji, please.
I have one question only. That what about the agile questions?
Agile questions, total, there were two questions. One question was, one question was, how will you prioritize the user stories. User stories,
Okay.
basically the output thing. So but in that question, there was something about scrum. you know the people, what was it, the people with you are uh, uh, scrum leads. So the one option was actually value stream mapping. And
Okay.
Yeah, one option was like the normal prioritized backlog thing. The other option was MVP, minimum viable, yeah,
Product.
yeah, minimum viable product thing. Yeah, so mainly two questions. One question is
Okay.
directly from the one that Sami sir has prepared, and the
Okay.
other question was this thing. Of all, um, 9 to 10 questions were a bit, were a bit. You'll be confused with two options. You'll be able to eliminate two options easily, but 9 to 10, you'll be a bit confused with the two of them. Rest everything
Okay.
was purely based on their the 5 marks that is provided to uh, us. Yes. I mean, yeah. If I mean, I have just read the booklet as many as times I can. I mean, whenever if I'm traveling to site visit for, yeah, I'll be just reading maybe one chapter as I can, just because of my time schedule and things. And then I practiced mocks. I think around 3 times in total. I mean, during that exam
Okay.
time, it
So
is my honors, of course. Thank you, sir.
one is the mantra of the game. Now starts your real journey, how you can help Fahad and other people. My goal is that by the end of September, Mr. Sami, we reach over 50, right? Over 50 PgMPs. And I will be coming to Pakistan in the first week of December. Mr. Sami will be coming. Maybe we can meet Anas in Dubai somewhere or Qatar because Mr. Sami travels a lot from Qatar along. So somewhere in between, we can fit and have a 50th anniversary there. Thank you very much, guys.
Inshallah.
And now this was Anas. And we can have a success journey of 47 PGMPs. I can show you. We have it on record. This is such a beautiful thing, and we are proud of it. Every single one of them. Like we have more than 40 success journey recorded there. Like this is something. Why these people agree to record? Like he was so tired, but still he came here. And Fahad, the same for PMP, will do the same for PGMP because of that. If you want to do PGMP, you can also join our one-to-one or the group program start on 4th of October. We will love to work with you. Thank you very much.